Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, February 25th. Today will actually feel like a much milder day than recent days, with temperatures jumping well up into the 30s ahead of the next Arctic front. Still be well below normal for this time of the year. Currently, the normal high temperature in Philadelphia, for example, is about 46 degrees. Again, we'll jump up into the upper 30s, which will feel quite warm compared to some recent days, but Arctic air will just replenish itself for the second half of the week, and we'll have high temperatures confined to the 20s for the most part on Thursday and Friday and right into the early part of the weekend. There is an area of moisture that will skirt the I-95 corridor late tonight and early tomorrow with some light snow. The D.C. metro region looks to be in the best location to get some snow. Snow should break out late tonight after midnight in the D.C. metro region, continue into early Thursday, perhaps a coating to an inch or so in the district and the immediate northern and western suburbs. A couple of inches possible just to the south and east of the district. Philadelphia, south and east could see a coating of snow. More snow again will fall to the south and east for this particular event, across Delaware and into southern New Jersey, where a couple of inches could fall. Even some flakes can fly as far north as the New York City region late tonight and especially early tomorrow. Perhaps a coating in New York City and more south of there across central New Jersey. Well, let's take a look at the latest surface map. A couple of features here. One, low pressure here over the Gulf states, and we'll see in a moment, a lot of moisture right in this region right here, and some of it is frozen. Some snow across northeastern Texas and some ice very far south in the deep south this morning. Meanwhile, here's another Arctic frontal system. This eventually replenishes the air mass in this area. A one-day reprieve here today on Wednesday with high temperatures jumping way up into the 30s, but then we'll get into the deep freeze again for the second half of the work week. Meanwhile, this area of moisture rides to the north and east and again basically skirts the I-95 corridor region from D.C., Philly to New York City. D.C. has the best chance to get some snow out of this again late tonight, early tomorrow, perhaps a coating to an inch or so in and around the district. Well, here's the precipitation, the radar map across the nation from mesonet.org, and there is quite a bit of moisture here in the deep south. If all of this was coming into the I-95 corridor, we would have a significant snowfall, but it will only skirt the region. Several inches of snow could fall in the Carolinas as this whole batch of moisture moves to the north and east. Again, D.C. should see some snow. Philly, most likely from Philly south and east, we'll see a little bit of snow, and perhaps a little bit in New York City, maybe a coating to an inch or so in and around the district. All of this is not liquid right now. There's snow right here in northeastern Texas and some sleet and freezing rain right here across southern Arkansas and the northern part of Louisiana. Again, several inches of snow could fall over the next 12 to 24 hours in parts of the southern states like the Carolinas, where they're not used to seeing this kind of winter weather this late in the season. Well, let's kind of walk through this upcoming event using tropicaltidbits.com. We'll take a look at last night's 0Z GFS model run at 6-hour increments. This is the forecast map for this evening, early tonight, about 7 p.m. Wednesday evening. Again, very impressive looking area of moisture here down in the deep south. If this were coming up the coast, this would be a significant snowmaker, but it will only skirt the I-95 corridor region. Some snow by early tonight in the deep south all the way across northern Alabama and Georgia into the Carolinas. Low pressure situated right here in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico. Let's now jump ahead 6 hours. And here's the forecast map for the middle of the night, about 1 a.m. Snow closing in on the D.C. metro region. That low pressure area moves from about the northeastern Gulf of Mexico to off the South Carolina coast, staying to the south and east, not riding up the coast. Let's now jump ahead another 6 hours. And here's the forecast map for early tomorrow morning, about 7 a.m. Blue here represents snowfall, and indeed, there's snowing at this time in D.C. Certainly a coating to an inch is possible in and around the district, even in the northern and western suburbs, maybe a couple of inches just to the south and east of the district. Still not showing up here in southeastern Pennsylvania, but there Certainly can be some snowfall reaching southeastern Pennsylvania, primarily from Philadelphia, south and east, northern Delaware, into interior southern New Jersey, where there can be a coating to an inch or so across Delaware into southern New Jersey. Let's now jump ahead another 6 hours. Well, here's the forecast map for early tomorrow afternoon, and at this time, precipitation tends to break up right here in the I-95 corridor region. It's certainly a couple of limiting factors here to this snowfall. One, it's a fast mover. Two, it only skirts the I-95 corridor region from D.C. to Philly to New York City, so it pretty much winds down by early afternoon on Thursday, and then we'll just have to deal with a replenishment of an Arctic air mass, quite cold for Thursday night and Friday right into the weekend. Gets a little bit milder again in the latter part of the weekend, and we may have to deal with some snow or a wintry mix by Sunday night. So a light snow event coming to at least portions of the I-95 corridor, primarily focused in areas around D.C. Late tonight and early tomorrow, and then Arctic cold for the latter part of the work week. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.